Hi, I'm Amy from mmtoolparts.com. Today I'm going to show you how to replace the gear assembly and the brushes on a Makita BHP452. We're going to start by removing the chuck from the drill. The screw inside of the chuck is very tight. It comes from the manufacturer this way, so it'll be a very tricky thing to get off. You'll need to use a lot of muscle. Once the screw is loose, you can manually unscrew it, or you can cheat and use the drill to help you unscrew it. Once you remove the screw, you'll want to get a wrench, and again, this is for tighter, and you can kind of spin it the way you need it. I'll spin it to about right there. Get a hammer and just loosen up that chuck. Then we'll go ahead and unscrew the chuck. Now that we've used the drill to help us unscrew the chuck, we can go ahead and remove the battery. I'm going to start by removing the back of the drill. And set it to the side, leaving the screws in so we don't get confused which screws go where. We're going to go ahead and remove the screws from the housing. I'm going to use a drill because there's so many screws, but you can just use a handheld screwdriver. And use the screwdriver to just pop up the housing. What's nice is if you just loosen the screws and leave them in the housing, you won't have screws everywhere, you won't have to wonder where the screws go. There's a lot of different holes here. So we'll just put this to the side in one piece. First thing we're going to want to do is pull this clip up and out of the way so we can get to the assembly. We pull that. There we go. We're going to go ahead and change the brushes. We're going to start by using a little screwdriver and lifting off that part of the brush. If you don't know this trick already, you can use a paper clip to lift up the spring that's holding the brush in. Lift it up. Lift it up and back, and then we can just pull the brush right out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and put the brush back in. You're going to want to make sure the copper lead is at the top. The spring is really hard to get back. Okay, like that. You want to go ahead and snap this in. There's two little slots up here. Alrighty. Okay, we'll get the new brush. As you can see, the wear and tear on the old brushes and the new brush. So again, we'll remember to keep the copper lead at the top. Go ahead and fix that back in. Get our spring. Sometimes these come off. You just want to make sure that you put them on correctly. Remember the notches at on the sides here, you can just pop this in. And you're good. Okay. Put that in. Go ahead and grab the new gear assembly. This is very sensitive in terms of where this lays. The yoke, the gear assembly, and the brush holder all have a specific place and pretty much has to be dead on when you're putting this back together. Before we get it nice and snug, we're going to want to put this in its slot. Secure it in there. Make sure it works. And put the housing back on. Okay. I want to put the housing back on and go ahead and secure it. We'll grab the battery, put it back on, drop the screw in, once your screwdriver starts to spin, you know that it's in there tight. Remember, it's a left-handed screw. And you're ready to go. Works like a charm. You can find these parts on our site. The brushes are $4.50, I think, and the gear assembly is around $30. So again, for a few dollars and a few minutes, you can repair your own drill and get it working like new. Thank you for watching. You can go to our site to see more videos like this, mmtoolparts.com. If you have questions, want to leave comments or suggestions, please do so below.